Welcome, friends. This is Harshad Parikh inviting you to listen to some of my short writings on various topics. This is audio tape number 140. This article is from my diary dated August 18, 1981, in Rishi Valley. There was an interesting dialogue on Sunday morning, followed by Krishnamurti's recorded talk in Ceylon. I said, listening to Krishnamurti's talk for 1 hour and 20 minutes is tiring for most of us. I have seen how people become tense while listening and feel exhausted. I myself have felt like that in the past. But it is possible to listen to wind passing through the trees and birds singing near and far while paying complete attention to the talk. That is the art of listening. What prevents us from listening, and why do we get tired? A young man who is visiting our school said, "We do not listen fully. A part of us is trying to understand the meaning of the words with effort. Then we lose contact with the speaker. The state of inattention makes us tired. Sometimes what Krishnamurti says haunts us because we do not understand the meaning of the words and the feelings beyond the words." Rajesh Dalal said, "I realize that Krishnaji cannot help me. No one can help another. Somewhere I am dodging myself." The young man, whose name is Harish, said passionately, "Certainly, Krishnaji has helped me. He has pointed out something which I was not able to see myself. I was afraid of ghosts and wild animals. The fear was created by the mind. Then I tried to develop courage, which was a part of fear. Krishnaji said, 'Be fearful. Do not fight fear with counter fear.' I understood, and fear dropped away without effort. I think that someone can point out something which can help me, but I am not going to make him a guru and place a garland around his neck and worship him like a god." Harish also said, "I am still suffering. Jealousy exists. Jealousy is expressed through contrast of pleasure and pain. Rajesh, you can say that Krishnaji cannot help you, but I cannot say that for myself." Harish spoke passionately with a loud voice, and he was carried away by his thoughts. He did not wait to listen to us. He used the words like "I" and "my" with great emphasis. I asked Harish, "When you say I and my, what do they mean?" Harish answered, "My desires, sorrow, memories, conditionings." I said, "You are that, and you want to be free from that. One desire is trying to be free from all other desires, but the desire remains." Harish became silent for a while. Then Rajesh asked him, "Is jealousy and sorrow a fact or an idea? When you see that fire burns your hand, you will not put your hand in fire. Is jealousy such a fact to you?" I asked Harish, "When you become aware of jealousy at the moment it arises, does the jealousy drop or continue?" Harish did not answer, but said, "Meditation is a life of waiting, but not for something. Now he had changed his views on sorrow. He spoke as if sorrow had ended, and there was an awareness of every thought that came across his mind. In the end of our dialogue, I asked him, would you say that you can have silence at any moment you wish? Harish said, that is a personal question and it cannot be answered in such a meeting. There is a sense of achievement if I say that I can be silent for some hours. I do not like such a sense of achievement. I said, were you not talking about personal matters during this dialogue? In stating a fact, there is neither a sense of achievement nor of failure. Next article. As long as we suffer from our personal problems like fear, anger, jealousy, and related problems of relationship, it is not possible to love and help people. We generally add to the problems of the world. Next article. Newton's third law says that action and reaction are equal and opposite. As for example, if you want to jump high, you must push the ground and the ground will push you up. You pushing the ground is action and the ground pushing you up is the reaction. But if you are sinking in the mud and if you push down, you will sink deeper because there is no reaction force from the ground pushing you up. If you are confused and sinking in the mud of thinking, the effort you make to come out from the mud of thinking will make you sink deeper and you will become more confused. This insight is enough to make you come out of confusion created by thinking. This insight does not come from the mud of thinking. Next article. We have a separate body and a separate mind. We are self-conscious because we live mostly with thinking and feeling. The thinking and feeling creates the feeling that we are separate from other human beings and the world. But if by some insight or meditation, thinking and feeling are removed, the sense of being separate from the world will disappear too. Then we see the world without the sense of separateness. Gautam Buddha saw this clearly during the Enlightenment. What he saw is expressed by Thich Nhat Hanh in his book Old Path, White Clouds. This is what Buddha felt. After deeply entering meditation, Buddha began to see the presence of countless other beings in his own body, organic and inorganic beings, minerals, grasses, insects, animals, people. He saw all his past lives, birth and death. He felt the joys and sorrows of all human beings. Every cell of his body contained heaven and earth. He saw birth and death are like appearance of waves on the sea of consciousness. Mystic poet Kabir has also written a song on the waves on the ocean. Daryav ki lahar, daryav hai ji, darya aur lahar mein bhinnam na koyam. This means that the waves are not separate from the sea. When the waves realize that they are not separate from the sea, fear of death disappears. Krishnamurti had his first experience of oneness on 17th August 1922. He wrote, I was in everything, or rather everything was in me, inanimate and animate, the mountain, the worm, and the all-breathing things. Sages of Upanishad must have experienced such a state of oneness when they said, Tattvamasi, or Thou art that. This is true religion or spirituality, to feel oneness, no separate self from the world. Next article. On Buddha Purnima night, I was looking at the bright full moon and remembering our life in Rishi Valley School, where I taught for many years. It was a pleasure to take a class of 25 students for moonlight walks in the valley. We would walk for about 20 minutes on the main road from the school gate to a rocky hill and sit on some rocks. Since I like very much old Hindi songs about the moon, we would also listen to such songs on my tape recorder. For me, listening to such songs is like living in the beautiful world of dreams. It is like peaceful meditation. I do not think students were so much interested in such songs, but they enjoyed being with their class, sitting quietly and looking at the full moon in the enchanting valley. Some of them would talk softly with their friends. Nature has much to give if we are receptive. We also had moonlight dinners for the whole school. Students and teachers were looking forward to such dinners. Sometimes we had musical evenings after such dinners for the whole school. I was one of the main organizers for such musical evenings in which students and teachers sang film songs, folk songs, devotional and classical songs in Indian languages. It was a great excitement for boys and girls to dress up and take photographs with their friends and classes. Past memories can bring happiness in the present if we are happy in the present. It can bring unhappiness too if we are unhappy in the present. How we respond to past memories is important.